Hello and welcome to the second episode on the channel. This is my second season report for races 4 to 6, which are the British Grand Prix, 70th Anniversary Grand Prix and the Spanish Grand Prix. Mercedes. They had mixed bag results for the second set of races. They got 100 points, which was 21 less than they got in the first set, so that's a bit disappointing. Their tyres were all over the place at both races at Silverstone. First race having all those punctures, second race just overheating massively. But they still got 5 podium finishes, so they'll be okay with how it went. So overall, we'll give them a B. Lewis Hamilton. He had a much improved second set of races, picking up 69 points, which was 6 more than last time. He beat Bottas in every race in that period, so he'll be very happy with that, even if his qualifying in the second Silverstone race had let him down slightly. 3 podium finishes, including 2 victories, including that impressive victory with the puncture, and also then a very dominant win in Spain as well. So overall, I'm going to give him an A. Valtteri Bottas. That was a poor set of 3 races there, only picking up 31 points which is 27 less than before. Lost to Hamilton all 3 races, so that's again very disappointing. 2 podium finishes and had some quite poor bad luck. The puncture in the first race, which really screwed him over, and then getting screwed over in strategy in the second race. And then the third race was just very poor and should have really overtaken Verstappen, but just didn't seem to have the pace. So I'm going to give him a C. Red Bull. They've had another good set of races. They have picked up 80 points, which is 25 points that they got in the previous set of races, so that's a very good haul. They are probably now second in the championship overall because it's the way they're so much ahead of everyone else. It's likely that they're pretty clear there, and they're the only team really that's going to challenge Mercedes this season, unless something miraculous happens with Ferrari, Racing Point, or someone like that. But they've done very well, so I will give them for this past 3 weeks an A. Max Verstappen had a very impressive last 3 races. Picked up 62 points, which was 29 more than last time, which is the biggest improvement by any driver over the last 3 races. Got 3 podiums, including the first non-Mercedes win of the season, which was very, very impressive. Second, second, so that's mighty impressive. And realistically, is now more likely to challenge for the title than Bottas is, given he's overtaken in the championship and has been more consistently quick. Like, if he hadn't had that DNF in that first round of the season in Austria, he could actually probably be within the title fight already. But then again, could still get back into it later on this season. But with this last 3 races, he's done very well. So overall, I'm going to give him the first A+ of the series. Alex Albon. He's had a very poor last 3 races, an 8th, a 5th, and an 8th, which has only picked him up 18 points, which is 4 less than what he got last time. And he's just been generally poor compared to Verstappen, to be honest. He really should be getting towards 4th in every race, given how quick that Red Bull is. And quite frankly, he really should be a lot higher than where he's finishing, because he should be getting maybe 50 or maybe 40 points over the course of each race weekend, but he's just not there picking it up. So overall, I've got to give him a D. McLaren had a rough 3 weeks, only picking up 21 points compared to the 41 that he picked up in the previous 3 races, which is a lot worse, and they've really had a poor set of races down at Silverstone. They're only 2 points finishes down there, only 4 points finishes as a possible 6 there really, so they're starting to fall behind their rivals. And as it's been so poor and so bad compared to the previous races, I've got to give them a D. Carlos Sainz. He had a not great last couple of races. He picked up 8 points compared to the 15 he picked up in the previous set. We got unlucky with the tyre failure at the British Grand Prix, and he was again slow at the 70th Grand Prix, but he was a bit more impressive in Spain as he was quicker than his teammate there. So, but just poor luck and mixed pace. So overall, I'll just give him a C. Lando Norris had a okay set of races. Was consistent with 13 points, but there was still 13 less than last time. That did include that short podium he got in the first race of the season. So he was consistent, if not spectacular, with 3 consecutive points finishes. And he was significantly better than Sainz over that last period. So overall, he gets a B. Racing Point. Yeah, they did alright. 38 points, so near enough match their points from the previous set of races. There's 5 points finishes, so again, did quite well. Being a bit disappointed, but they did not start for Hulkenberg's car in the first British Grand Prix, but they will be overall happy with this, but they still want to be a bit closer to Red Bull, so I'll give them a C. Sergio Perez scored 10 points, which is 12 less than last time, but he only did 1 race. He was good in Spain, so give him that, but his travelling was idiotic. It's cost him points for his own personal scores anyway, so I have to give him a C, but idiot. Lance Stroll did a decent job, 22 points, 4 more than what he got last time, so a good result. And he did well to guide the team in the absence of his oldest teammate, so again, did quite well. 3 very consistent performances. Overall, give him a B. Nico Hulkenberg scored 6 points in the 1 race he actually managed to do, despite being there for 2 races. Did a good replacement job considering the circumstances of not having raced for 7 months. We'll be a bit disappointed with that did not start, but wasn't much he could do about it. So, give him a B. Ferrari. 34 points, which is 7 more than last time, but that's still far lower than what you'd expect Ferrari to be getting over the course of 3 races, because that's less than what you can pick up in a singular race, so still not that great. And it just still seems hard to get both cars in the points, so it's a very big disappointment for them. That mechanical failure in Spain with the Leclerc's car was also odd and still costing them points. So to be honest, I can only really give them, for what we really need to expect of them, a D. Sebastian Vettel still can't seem to get to grips with that car. Only picked up 7 points, which was 2 less than last time, and quite frankly is still very poor. He's been much slower than Leclerc over these races, and he just really needs to improve. Afraid to say it, but I've got to give him a D. Charles Leclerc did quite a good job for Ferrari considering the circumstances. Scored 27 points, which was 9 more than last time, and he was overall probably the best of the rest behind the Mercedes and the Red Bull Verstappen. So he's done a decent job. I'm still surprised he wasn't given some sort of reprimand for that seatbelt infringement after he undid his belt after the car stopped working, but other than that, he's done a solid job, so I'll give him a B. Renault. Bit of an improvement compared to the last time. Picked up 24 points, which is 12 more than last and double what they got in the previous 3 races. Had a good British Grand Prix, but then were a bit poor after that, to be honest. Only 3 points finishes, which again is poor from what they'd be hoping to get, but yeah, overall it's been okay. Give them a C. Daniel Ricciardo picked up 12 points in this last set of races, which is 4 more than last time. Had a very good British Grand Prix, but was relatively poor afterwards, much like the team. We're hoping for more over the rest of the season, but he's showing signs of improvement, so I'll give him a B. Esteban Ocon. He scored 12 points, which was 8 more than what he got last time, which is a decent return, matching his teammate. 2 points finishes, so a bit more consistent as teammates as well. and you see he's starting to get on the pace of Ricciardo, so it's good to see that after his time out he is getting back into it. So I will give him a B. AlphaTauri are doing quite well, got 9 points, which was 2 more than what they got in the previous 3 races, which is a very good return for such a small team, and they'll be probably quite happy with it. And they are really starting to push themselves a gap to the 3 teams behind them, so I think that we're overall very happy with this, so I'll give them a B. Daniel Kvyat scored 1 point over the last 3 races, which matches what he got in the previous set. He's been driving well, a bit slower than Gasly overall, but he's been matching him here and there. Did get a bit unlucky with that puncture in the British Grand Prix with the rear tyre blowing up at a very odd place, to be honest, but he's done decently, so give him a C. Pierre Gasly. He's had an improvement, scoring 8 points over the last 3 rounds, which is 2 more than what I got last time. And he has been consistently quicker than his teammate, and he has been driving very consistently as well. Always been there or thereabouts with the points, and we're doing quite well in qualifying. So overall, I think he's done a decent job, so I'll give him a B. Alfa Romeo. They have scored no points over the last 3 rounds, and that's 2 less than what they got previously. The car continues to be slow, especially after the Ferrari nerfing of the power unit. So yeah, just really much really that good to speak of, especially compared to how their car was doing at this point last season. So overall, I've just got to give them a very poor D. Kimi Räikkönen still hasn't scored this season, and so still on 0 points. It's been very poor compared to what we expect of him. You really expect Kimi to pull some sort of points finish now at some stage, but really hasn't done much. He has been a bit ahead of Gio in the races though, being ahead in 2 out of 3, but overall there's not much good to say about it, so but I have to give him a C. Antonio Giovinazzi. He's scored no points over the last races, so 2 less than what he got before. There's not much really to say about his races really. He's been toward the back, but not much to say. And I mean, he just has to hope to improve and hope the car improves to a stage where he can actually be fighting for points again. Long term, it's a bit of a wait, so overall, just give him C. Haas. Didn't score in that last set of races, so 1 less than before. They probably just need to so slow. Again, same issue as Alfa Romeo. That power unit is not as quick as it used to be, so and the races have also been a bit unreliable as well. And they kind of need to improve their strategy as their cars seem a bit all over the place sometimes. But there's not much they can really do at this stage, so they give them a C. Romain Grosjean has still yet to score any points this season, after also getting 0 in this last period, which was the same as what we got before. Did okay, but what seemed a bit significantly slower than Magnussen overall, but had managed to get 2 more finishes than him. She has been a bit less accident prone. Bit disappointing in Spain, kind of last of the finishers, but overall it's been a mixed bag, but I'll give him a C. Kevin Magnussen. Again, so he got 0 points, which is 1 less than before. He's been relatively quick, and he's been outperforming the car in some cases. Got 2 really unlucky DNFs at Silverstone, first getting punted off by Albon, and then having an engine failure. Has probably been quicker than Grosjean, so I'll give him a C. Williams. Still get to score, but they are closer than last season, and they are nearly there. Still need to hope to get a wee bit higher, but they are nearly there. They are still lacking some significant race pace. But I guess I'll have to give them a C. George Russell, still yet to score. He has been quite quick though. He's been properly quicker than Latifi. Still, Russell's qualifying record is now 27-0 compared to all teammates, which is really quite something. And he goes close in Silverstone, with all the punctures. He ended up finishing 12th. So he'll be hoping to finally get that elusive point, but he's done alright, being considerably better than Latifi. So I'll give him a B. Nicholas Latifi. He has also yet to score points this season. He's at least getting to the finish consistently though, so he's had 6 finishes out of 6 races, so I'm happy to see him doing alright. He does need to start beating Russell and quality, or at least improving in the races to at least show that he does deserve to be on the grid, but he's doing a good job, if not spectacular. Overall, we'll give him a C. Thank you, and that's the last of my reviews for this race. Next one will be coming in 3 weeks' time after the Belgian Grand Prix and the 2 races in Italy. If anyone else has anything to say, comment down below and I'll read them, and I'll like to see your feedback. If you're new here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.